Without a doubt, it has been a difficult stretch of weather for the state of Mississippi through the week, especially for folks in the southern end of the state who got slammed with torrential rain, rounds of it, in fact. Multiple roads looking a lot more like rivers, trapping drivers and inundating homes.
Yeah, and the city of Picayune was ground zero in Mississippi for some of the heaviest rain. We want to welcome in the mayor of that city, Jim Luke. Mayor Luke, appreciate you joining us. So sorry about what this week has been like. Not just yesterday, but Tuesday we had significant rain in Picayune. I guess this morning, give us an update on how things are behaving. Our Michael Estime, before break, he talked about the East Hobolachita Creek. I think that's how you're supposed to say that the creek. It had risen significantly into major flood stage. What's the status of the flooding around your city right now?
The flooding around our city is it's status quo right now. It doesn't appear to be rising. It's leveling out, and but I'm understanding that there may be more rains on the way. So we'll just have to take that hour by hour.
Yeah, not out of the risk yet, right, for seeing the flooding, as you mentioned. I guess if you could speak generally to just how this week has been for your community. Stephen mentioned Tuesday, and that was before we really saw the full impact of moisture from Tropical Storm Arthur. But how has this been for your community, and how does it compare to other heavy rain events that you've had in past?
Well, of course, we all went through Katrina. I was the police chief for the city of Picayune during Katrina, and we had winds, but we were at a high ground north of New Orleans. And for this event, I've never recall in my lifetime an event like this in Picayune. That much rain in such a short period of time. Some people are saying 10, 20 inches of rain in a matter of like over a 12-hour period. I tell you, it's really affected our community a lot. Streets flooded, businesses flooded, houses flooded, and I don't think anything could prepare us for something that happened quite that fast. And we've been doing assessments all morning. Our city manager has been out with his team looking at damage, and it's been a significant event for the city of Picayune and Pearl River County and the south end of the state of Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean, Pearl County, the county that Picayune sits in, your city is the largest with a number of residents. And is there a rough estimate on how many homes were damaged? I know too in Picayune, some roads were washed out. Do you have a number? Were several roads rushed out or washed out, or is it still too early to say and give a number?
It is really too early. Our assessment teams, again, are out there. We'll be going all day, and may even take a few days to know the number of houses and businesses. Several people evacuated and left the area once they saw what was coming. And so we continue to do the assessment, but it's been tough. There's a lot of damage, and I can't say enough. Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith from Washington and her staff called, and they're seeing how they can help us, our state legislatures. I had a call from almost every mayor in South Mississippi offering their assistance to our Picayune area and Pearl River County. So it's been a tough event for us.
Yeah, it has. It's going to be. I mean, with it designated Tropical Storm Arthur, that name is going to be one that I think a lot of residents in Picayune remember. When you deal with it, and it's true that these extreme rain events, sometimes there's no amount of infrastructure that can help. When you're dealing with an unthinkable 4 to 5 inch an hour rain rate over a city, it is bound to flood. We talked to a resident from your city a couple of hours ago, and we were chatting about the drainage, and she had talked about in her yard how the flood, which typically doesn't happen, it did happen. And in fact, it unfortunately washed away their house that houses a bunch of chickens. She lost several of those. Her and her family are okay, but when it comes to the drainage, how is Picayune set up? it's far enough south to where you can get this heavy rain. Is there any sort of improvement, or is it just too early to talk about that, Mayor?
It's just too early to talk about that, but we have made many improvements. Of course, this is an unprecedented event for our area, so I don't know what could have prepared us for this type of event. I don't know. I've heard 100-year floods, but this is almost like a 1,000-year flood. You know, it's come in because never, and most people have never seen an event like this. Of course, we're always looking for ways to improve drainage to our community and everything, but it's fairly a low-lying area. And of course, we had to be concerned about rising rivers, creeks, lakes, dams that could be in jeopardy of breaking. And so we still continue to look at all of those factors for the future. Again, I would mention that it just so happens that myself and our team will be in Washington Wednesday, where we'll be meeting with Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, our other senators, Congressman Ezell, and so we're going to talk about that, because not only did we have houses and business and streets, and some streets were damaged significantly, but you know, our fire department, for the second time, it was built probably 40 years ago in an area, and now that area has grown so much over the last 40 years, we may have to look at relocating our fire department on the north end of our city to somewhere else, and that's where we're going to need help from our congressmen and senators, and as far as being able to procure the type of money to take care of that. We even had water coming in City Hall here, right here where I'm sitting, from the roof and from the bottom. Jeez. So it's a bottom floor. So it's flooded our council chambers, our utility areas. This is a truly significant event that we'll remember for many years to come.
Yeah, and you know, and the other part of the narrative, before we leave you, now we start to see that heat story emerge. And for southern Mississippi into portions of Louisiana, you have a heat index, a feels-like temperature that could exceed 110. So I'm curious, in terms of cleanup, I don't know if you have folks without power in your community, but just dealing now with that heat that's going to be building into today.
I'm sorry?
Did it cut out? Wondering, so the heat index today is going to exceed 110 degrees or so. So I don't know, do you have folks without power or concerns for people that are out there trying to clean up, given how hot it's going to be?
Yeah, it's just like Katrina is very humid in South Mississippi. There's people out working and cleaning up at this time, you know, and that will continue for days to come. I would encourage residents, if you have damage, please report that to City Hall if you have damage in the area, you know, because we can give financial assistance through MEMA and different areas. We'll establish a crisis line where people can call in with the damage that they have and see if we can provide any assistance for that, you know. But yes, it's going to be tough working conditions out there. Again, I can't praise our city enough. We're blessed in South Mississippi to have neighbors helping neighbors, friends helping friends, our Congress people, our legislators. It's a team down here, and having been through an event in 2012, a similar type event in 2012, and again, Katrina, and many, many years ago as a young person, Camille. So South Mississippi is used to hurricanes and tornadoes and those sort of things, but this is a different type of event that we weren't accustomed to dealing with.
Yeah, the very, very heavy rain, not just once, but twice this week, on Tuesday and Thursday. Well, best of luck, Mayor, to you and the residents. Thanks for joining us this morning. Mayor Jim Luke, Picayune, Mississippi Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. We still are talking about